Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Payne. I am on my lunch break and I got to go back into the office. And I just had a quick little grab and go lunch. I normally like to bring my lunch. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Dr. Payne Nestor. I don't post much, but I am a chiropractor, wife and mom, a health enthusiast, and a wellness advocate. And I'm here to talk to you about my journey on GL1P drugs, such as, the ones that you take from Eli Lilly, and the ones that you can take from Novo Nordisk, right? So I started this weight loss journey years ago. I did semaglutide. At first, I was a patient of, I believe it's called Red Rock. Was it called Red Mountain Weight Loss? And they were good. They have a meal plan and everything, and they gave you medication assistance, which included like a semaglutide type of medication and I think phentermine or something like that. And those things worked for me. I didn't have many adverse effects other than an occasional mild headache, and I did lose weight. I feel like I lost lots of muscle too, even though I worked out, and it was okay. It was okay. Very expensive, but it was okay. And then after that, I did a local program at this place in Florida. Mostly the same medication except without the semaglutide. And you guys, I just not have a good fit. And so I knew I needed some extra help. I knew that I exercised and I knew that I worked out, and I just needed some help because nothing was moving the needle long term. And I was debating on what to do, knowing that I was going to, of course, get some sort of medical assistance, right? So I made a decision. I did copious amounts of research. I saw people talk about Join Fridays, and I saw a few people talking about Moshi Health and or Join Moshi and a couple other companies. I do my research. I had a whole spreadsheet of all the companies, which is great, and who offered what at what price point and things like that. And then finally, I decided to go with Moshi. And I think what made me really go with Moshi, even though there was so much more information on Join Fridays, was that I like that I could go to and see the doctor anytime. I know things have changed and all the companies are different. I'm still at Moshi. You can see your doctor at any time. And of course, I am a doctor, so I want to see a doctor, right? So I like that I could see the provider at any time and also have the dietary support. And I thought the price points were good. So that's why I decided to go with them. So that was May 19th. Fast forward, I've lost over 52 pounds. And I'm talking about it now, even though I'm thinking, what do I have to offer? What I have to share? Well, for me, I average over 10 pounds of weight loss a month. And I think I did well, which I was happy with that. And it was about a little bit over 2.2 pounds. And there was weeks where I only had 1.7 weight loss, y'all. It was weeks where it barely moved, and then there was weeks it moved a lot. But what really helped me is that I cut through all the noise and I got most of my information, the majority of my information from my provider, and not just junk that I saw on the internet. Now, I love the Reddit groups. I like the Facebook groups. I like the information that the people shared, but I got a lot of my medical information from the doctors of medicine. Now, that is not to say that other people don't have good things to offer. They do. I follow several people, the Downsides down here, On the Pin here, Weight Loss with Tasha, a lot of people I follow here, and I love hearing people's stories, and it just warms my heart. And that helped me stay motivated on my journey. But I didn't go too far extreme when it comes to whether you go up a dose or don't go up a dose, and how to microdose and all that stuff. All good things. But for me, I had a one-on-one with my provider, and that's what really helped me. Now, another thing I want to talk about that a lot of people don't address is that when you finally start losing weight, and especially in the African American community, it could be like this period. A lot of people are like, oh, you're losing too much weight. Oh, slow it down. Or what are you doing? Or it's going to look weird. And I think we have that worry. You hear the little things in the background, Ozempic face and all that. Again, I'm not on Ozempic, but I wish there wasn't so much misinformation and so much fear and people thinking, oh, Ozempic face and body and all that, when this medicine is life-changing and life-saving. So a background information on me, not just I'm of course a patient. I am a daughter, I am a wife, and I am a child of many others who have struggled with health issues, including diabetes. And I lost my own father early. He died early because he had complications due to his health and diabetes and being overweight and things like that. So my dad died, and I miss him every day. And I wish that my dad, hi Alexandra, thank you. I wish that my dad was still here, and he died early due to preventative illness. And I wish that the medication that is available now was available to him. I really do believe he would be here. I really do believe that my husband's aunt, who also died early, a painful, awful death due to complications of diabetes and kidney failure, I wish that she was still here. So the fear that some people have about the use of the medication, you should definitely discuss with your doctor, but don't let that stop you. There's so much good information out there, good, solid people out there. And these companies, these Eli Lilly's and the Novo Nordisk and those kind of, they've done their big research. And my telehealth provider did their big research. The provider that, prescribed for me did their big research. And there's just so many other sources. So I love to say I enjoyed my journey, and I'll talk about it on and show you guys some before and afters and all that stuff. But yeah, over 50-pound weight loss in about 5 months it was for me, and I'm glad I did it. The other thing I'm glad I did was use Lipo-C. I actually use Lipo-C and Lipo-B, and I want to tell you the story. Now, a side effect of being on tirzepatide, which is the compound that is prescribed, the side effect was fatigue. And not everybody goes through that. My friends, they're not going through that. A lot of people don't mention that. But it's usually like, for me, it was like the day after, 2 days later, I was exhausted. And I didn't have that fatigue. If I didn't have the fatigue, I felt like I could do so much. So I was in one of the groups, which I find helpful, and somebody mentioned the B12 and things like that. And I know B12 does help, so I'm like, okay, let me try the B12. And they said, well, listen, you could do B12, or you could do the Lipo B shots or Lipo C shots, or they said mention something else. And I was like, oh, I'm scared of that something else. But I heard of these Lipo shots. Would they really help me for energy? Yes. So after about 2 months of taking the Lipo shots, I noticed not only, it actually helped me immediately, but I noticed in about 2 months that my weight loss had really been pretty constant. And although my friends have started around the same time and they have their highs and their lows, I always stayed in the loss phase. And not just that, I managed not to have the loose skin. I managed to, still, everything, draw it in, right? And I was like amazed. Now, of course, a lot of that could be genetic. It's not just everybody experiences things differently. We all have different makeup, but I believe it had something to do with those lipo shots. So I started digging in, and I tried lipo shots from different vendors, and I'll let you know my preferred one, but mostly everybody was good. So I'm not going to say that everybody is terrible, just only go with my person. But I found that it not only gave me energy, that it kept me alert, and that all the side effects that I was getting from the IJ, as they like to call it here, right? I wasn't having, hi Venga, I wasn't having all these side effects because I didn't have the chills, and I no longer had the extreme fatigue. So I attribute that to the lipo shots, that energy, focus, and being able to maintain muscle. So it's a misnomer to think that just because you're on a GL1P that you're going to lose muscle. That is not necessarily true. Any weight loss program, you will lose muscle if you're not, maintaining it in a proper way. But the loss of muscle is the thing I worry least about. But if that is a worry for you, definitely prioritize your protein. Make sure you get the proper calories in. Make sure you talk to your doctor or the dietitian that you are have available to you. If you don't, then definitely have one that's available to you. But I think it's a godsend. I'm very happy with my results. I will try to come on and show you guys later but patients are waiting on me, so I definitely got to get back to my clinic. I do actively treat still. I don't just talk wellness online, even though that's a big part of what I do is just to talk wellness online. But I actually do treat people, so I'm happy to be a chiropractor. I'm also functional medicine, and integrative nutrition is a big part of my practice as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. And if you're curious about any of those things or pondering whether or not you're going to try, then I will try to go back and edit and put in a link for Moshi Health, which is where I get my my trizepatide from. I do believe in a good solid semaglutide program. They have one, and there's a couple of others, and they're all good. Whatever people are into, of course. Just see what's right for you and your with your provider. The lipo, I'll definitely try to include some information on that as well. But there's a lot of places that you can get that from. A lot of good solid doctors that you can get that from. And so I hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you would. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.